What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jeremy Speaks, and I'm coming at y'all again today with another video. I ain't gonna even hold you. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jeremy Speaks, and I'm coming at y'all again today with another video. Y'all listen. I'm just gonna break it to you. So I took notes on Love and Marriage, not Love and Marriage, but Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. But I didn't really feel like I needed to take notes on Love and Marriage Huntsville. If I'm being honest, I didn't feel like I needed to do that. I feel like I'm going to be able to hit all the points that I'm going to be able to hit. Okay? Because didn't nobody have time to... I was not about to put myself through listening to Carlos King for more than I needed to. Okay? I'm just letting y'all know that right now. But can y'all please like, share, and subscribe? You know, liking the video be helping and shit. All right, it really do. A lot of y'all don't think it do, but it really do. That's like that. You know, it gets you in the algorithm. It gets you set straight. All right. Thank you, Crystal. Let me say what's up to everybody. I'm trying to give y'all a second to come in. Pisces Life, what's up? Leo, what's up? What's up, PYT? Hey, Kim. What's up, D-Boy2 Envy? I'm glad I have a moderator in here. It might get ugly tonight. What's up, Big Queen? And Nunya as well. Okay. Now listen. Before we get started, I wanted to let y'all know that I'm trying to make sure that I condense this review down to a good time frame, not only, because I need to have this all edited tomorrow, and I don't have time to be going through a whole hour and a half video breaking down. I feel like I can try my best to hone in on the important things to me, which is why I decided not to just jot down all of the notes that I'll be doing. Okay. But we're going to go through Love and Hip Hop Atlanta first. Okay. And then we're going to get to Love and Marriage Huntsville last. All right. Now, I did want to let y'all know that, starting next week on Tuesdays will be the podcast Hot Topics edition, basically going through all of the stuff that's happening in the media and popular culture, music, entertainment, all of that stuff. And then I'm going to save Wednesdays for, the reality reviews. All right. So it's 45 of y'all in here. I feel like that's enough for me. I don't require too much. I don't need too much. So let me know if y'all ready for me to start. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all ready for me to start. First time in, but always look at your videos. I like your style. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Y'all, the only reason I got this hat on is because I have not shaved my head, and I really haven't even shaved my face either. Like, it's giving rough. And, I'm one of those people, like, I'm not one of those people that, like, wake up, look like this. I ain't Beyonce. It's some people that can wake up looking cute as shit, but for me, it's not really giving that. If I don't shave my head, if I don't shave my face, it'll go from boy next door to 12 years a slave real quick. I will walk in here looking like a sharecropper. It's no games. I'm not playing with y'all. I look pretty rough. I'm trying not to shave my head today because I'll shave it tomorrow because I got to go out of town on Friday. And you already know how that is. I feel like when you sleep on the plane, your hair grow a little faster. And I'm not really trying to have all of that going on in my life right now. Okay. Yes, sharecropper. It's giving it would give sharecropper if I do not hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. If I do not maintain a manicured frame. Okay. All right. So we got the ones in the chat. Are we ready? Are we ready? Like the video, y'all. I'm pulling the notes up right now. Jesus, give me strength to go through this. All right. All right. So let's start here. So the episode picks up where the last one. Hold on, wait a minute. Give me a second because I was watching Bondi Blue earlier, and she's pulling focus out of my frame. If y'all don't know, I love Bondi Blue's channel. Like, if I'm a fanatic. I watch her. I can watch her for hours. Okay. Such a huge fan. I've been watching her literally since I was a kid. So yeah, she's her, Ashley Miller, For It's Rock, Scotty by Nature, Funky Dineva, like, huge fans of all of their content. Ashley followed me on Instagram the other day. I was already following her, but she followed me on Instagram the other day, and I was so fucking excited. I didn't message her or anything, but I was just happy to know that that one of the people that I look up to and the YouTube hemisphere, has at least heard of me or seen my content or something like that, and they liked it enough to follow me. If that is why she followed me or not, it could be for my chasing panel content, which will still be the same, right? All right, so let's get started. So the episode picks up where the last one left off. Rashida and Kirk are impressed, and Kirk is telling us that he wants to take Press to a new market, right? He says that they're trying to break into male clothing, and he asked the girl who's working at the register, have they had, male customers come in? She says, yeah, there have been a few more coming in. He says that it's time for them to innovate and, bring in something new. I was just confused on how the fuck Kirk ended up being a figurehead in Press when he didn't even want Rashida to open this shit. Y'all remember, just like I do, Rashida had to go and sneak money out of their account to start the business that he was trying to stop her from doing. So I was like, it's pretty funny how you niggas would love to reap the benefits of somebody's hard work, especially your wives, but you weren't there putting in the work when it came into actually building the business, believing in the business. But now you can get the money. Now you could say, oh, we doing this. We gonna implement this. At the end of the day, let's not forget that this is Rashida's business. It's not yours. And it's real strange that you don't have shit going on, but you want to implement your own ideas into Rashida's business. But who am I to judge Rashida? Because Rashida ain't shit either. And she ain't shit because Kirk let us know that he is going for full custody of Jasmine, right? He says that Jasmine sees him as a bank. I was like, she sees you as a bank because you was offering money so she can give you some pussy. That's probably why she sees you as a bank. And then he said that she just want money for procedures, Botox, and her car breaking down. I was like, at the end of the day, you cannot confirm or deny what she's spending her money on, right? So you can't confirm or deny if she's getting Botox, if she's getting all of these different BBLs and stuff like that. And to me, Jasmine don't look like she's getting a whole bunch of money for botched surgeries, or surgery in general. Jasmine looks the same to me that she did when she was introduced as the woman who was fucking Rashida's, husband. To me, I don't really see nobody different. So I don't know about all of these various procedures that he says that she's trying to get money to pay for. But at the end of the day, if it's her car breaking down, that does affect your child. And to me, I don't know why it's so out of the box for niggas to want to pay for a baby mother's or mother of the child's car, making sure that she can get to and fro so the child has transportation. At the end of the day, that all boils down back to the child. So I really don't understand. He says that he feels that it's time for him to try to bring in more parenting for Cannon because he feels that Cannon really needs that right now. I was like, does Cannon really need that right now? Or is it the fact that you're tired of paying child support right now and Rashida is telling you that she's not going to be constantly giving money to Jasmine's bank account? Which one is it? So after he tells Rashida that he wants to take full custody, Rashida's asking the same question that I'm asking. Are you taking this for the good of the child, or are you taking this for other reasons? He tells her that he's taking it, trying to take custody for, for the betterment of the child, right? So she tells Kirk that this is going to change their home dynamic. I was like, well, how is it going to change the home dynamic, Rashida? If anything, I would imagine that it'll make him stay home more because let history tell it, the home dynamic is you being at the house, you being at press, and him fucking other bitches outside of the home. So I really can't figure out how it would negatively impact the home balance between y'all two. Unless you already know that Kirk is a shit father. And at the end of the day, you're going to end up taking care of a side baby that you didn't even want in your home anyway. But at the end of the day, you're a piece of shit, Rashida. Like, you are a piece of shit. Like, you don't want that child in your home. And my thing is this. Do I think that you have to accept a child that was made out of your marriage? Absolutely not. But here's the catch-22 to that. If you're not going to accept a child, I'm gonna need you to send that nigga to the streets, to the community where he belongs. You can't keep the nigga and then want to neglect the child that he ended up rearing outside of the marriage. See, if you can't accept the child for real, and let's be real, Rashida don't accept that child, then you need to leave that nigga where he at. Because it's Michael, get out of my kitchen. It ain't alive if I'm not yelling at this dog. He be trying it every single time I get on live, y'all. I really don't know why he does that. But yeah, if you can't accept the child, then you really not a person that needs to be in the marriage then, right? Now let's move on. So next we see Bambi and Zel meet up. He lets us know that he stopped talking to Bree, although he has a lot of love for her. The way that everything panned out and the whole loss of the baby really made him feel some type of way, and he needs to take time to heal and, really get his mind together. But he has a lot of love for her though, but he done talking to her. But although he supposedly got this woman pregnant, right? The mother of his quote unquote miscarried child, right? He's gonna stop talking to her, completely disregard her or whatever feelings that she may have for this miscarriage, and go and talk to Saucy, because that makes sense, right? So Saucy is apparently acting like the op. Saucy is really hurting Zel, but instead of Zel giving the same energy to Saucy that he's given to Bree, as in not talking to her anymore, what he wants to do is let Saucy know that he feels some type of way. Let Saucy know that he thinks that he's an op. Let Saucy know that he needs to get his shit together. And how is he going to do that, y'all? None other than a whack-ass diss song that we don't give a fuck about. Now, how many Love and Hip Hop reality fucking show diss songs have we went through? We went through a whole season of a soundtrack of them that Spice put together that we did not want to hear. Then we had the one that Carly Red made to K. Michelle that still, as K. Michelle said, nobody has heard it on the radio. But Saucy, I guess, gets the luxury of having a Zel track made uniquely for him. Oh, how blessed is he? So also, Zel lets us know that he has a friend named Bunny Franco, or Bunny something. What was her name again? Let me look. Bunny Racks. Bunny Racks, who is one of his friends who's a bad bitch, and she raps, but apparently she been messing with Carly's husband and his veneers. You know, you gotta name them as two different objects, because the veneers, I feel like, are big enough to be his own person, have his own identity. So I would say T-Lo and the veneers, right? So he wants to arrange some type of meeting or help her get her career off the ground. I really didn't understand it, or whatever the case may be. But it's obviously some messy shit. Y'all already know I'm not the hugest fan of Zel or Saucy Santana. So I really be looking at all of the shit that they be doing on this show with a grain of salt, because it all seems fake and it definitely doesn't make sense. And Zel, we already know based on prior seasons that he is thirsty to get in the camera by any means necessary. If he has to chop off a leg, hit a bitch in the head, if he has to clown, talk bad about his friends going through health struggles, Zel has no problem stabbing you in the back, because Zel is tired of taking dick on OnlyFans to make ends meet, right? So we have to get back to Love and Hip Hop, because it's the only thing that we know how to do besides be friends and associates with hood ass Atlanta celebrities that offer us no money in return. I don't understand it. Not getting it at all. But let's move on. So now we're at this performance by this man named International Nova. International Nova let us know that, you know, he is a reggaeton, Afro hip hop artist from Brooklyn, and he has worked with so many legends in the game. Y'all, after that man said Bone Crusher, I didn't know who the fuck he was talking about. I was like, he was like Bone Crusher, Billy Bob, Thomas Edison, Forrest Whitaker. I was like, who are these people? Who are these people? Like, you're not naming any legends here. Like it was weird. Y'all, I did not like International Nova, and I don't like his wife either. I don't like them either. Why is it every single time y'all come on to the Love and Hip Hop show, the only storyline y'all can muster up is he bet not be cheating? Is my man cheating? I hope he not cheating. I'm back in the studio. I'm trying to get my career together, and she don't want me in the studio because she afraid I'm a cheat. Like, I'm so tired of that trope. Like, you bitches got to come with something else, please. We're tired of this. We already dealt with this storyline with Brandy B and Max and his crooked row of teeth. I don't really understand why we're regurgitating this all over again. We dealt with it with Scrappy. We dealt with it with Kirk. We dealt with it with Stevie J. We dealt with it with Max. We dealt with it all throughout Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. We dealt with it all throughout Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. We dealt with it all throughout Love and Hip Hop New York with Richie, with DJ. What was his name? What was his name, y'all? The light-skinned nigga that got the green eyes that kind of looked like an old frog. He was with Erica Mena too. What was his name again? It's Rich something. Y'all know who I'm talking about though. But at the end of the day, I was like, this is tired. It's regurgitated. Don't nobody know this man. And he's acting like he's just so heavy in demand. And I gotta do this for my fans, and I gotta do this for real. And you just gotta understand that I'm an entertainer, that I'm a celebrity, and women are gonna flock with me. And at the end of the day, you just gotta trust me, bitch. Ain't nobody listening to his music. I promise you, it's not. Pull up the monthly Spotify listeners like Spice did that one girl, Bunny Rags. 18 monthly listeners a year. But yes, Rich Dollars. Y'all know who I'm talking about. So Christina lets us know that she's his wife. I'm Christina Nova. I'm like, you motherfuckers know Nova is not your real last name. You can tell us what your real last name is, Christina. How are you gonna adopt the last name of a stage name that a nigga that you're with is not even really named? How you're like, so you telling me Christina Nova is on the damn marriage certificate? Is that what we are to believe here? It's so corny. It's so corny. I don't understand that, y'all. That's like if I was to get married to let's say like Jay-Z. That's like me saying my name is Jeremy Z. I'm the husband of, like, my last name isn't Jeremy Z. That's weird as shit to me. But the wife lets us know that they have 2 kids together and 3 kids from a previous marriage, but they don't have to talk about that. I was like, what the fuck does that mean, that y'all don't have to talk about that? What do you mean by that, Christina, that y'all don't have to talk about that? So I like, when you say shit like that, I'm gonna need you to be very fucking clear about what you mean by that. Because if you're talking about children, either yours or his, that happen outside of your marriage, and you don't want to talk about them, I have a problem with that. I'm getting real sick and tired of y'all step fucking parents wanting to come into marriages completely disrespecting, neglecting, abusing, and mistreating kids that were there before you got there. Now, I don't know if that's what you meant, but I'm gonna let you know this. The way that you said that didn't really sound too good to me. And it rubbed me wrong, because I had a bad stepfather experience myself. If you bitches can't accept children, y'all need not to be getting married to the person. It's that simple. Okay? But let's continue, child. So Nova goes over to Scrap, Lil Zane, and I forgot who else was over there talking to them. I assume Kirk. Now, Christina goes over there while he's in the midst of, talking to everybody, and she tells them, I'm gonna need y'all to know that when my husband goes out, y'all need to make sure that he's not getting with no girls or anything else like that, because I know you're married, Kirk, but actually, when y'all go out with him, all of y'all are married. Scrappy said, I ain't married. She says, but when you an extension of my man and you going out with him, my marriage covers all of y'all. So if my man is married, I'm gonna need y'all to act like y'all married. And I was like, this bitch is delusional. These niggas are going to slide that nigga to all of the coochies in Atlanta to slide through, and you're gonna be hurt about it. If you can't trust a nigga to be with, then why are you with him? I don't understand that. You get with the person knowing that it's a possibility that he could be a cheater, but then want to pigeonhole him, follow him everywhere he goes, do all of this extra stuff to make sure that he ain't cheating. What's the point of even getting with the nigga if you can't trust him? I don't understand that. So if you feel that you can't even let him go into a studio by himself without him cheating, obviously this relation is not built on a stable foundation. And it also lets us know that you have low self-esteem and or may be insecure about the relationship that you guys have and what he may or may not do and how he may or may not see other people. It really makes me wonder, how did you guys get into a relationship anyway? Did you steal him from another bitch? And that it's a possibility that he can, leave you high and dry like he left the last bitch? Because that's what it's given to me. It's given the type of woman who has seen the dirtiness of this man and is afraid of him doing it again. I don't know if it's just me. All right. Now, next thing we see Kendra. Kendra tells us that her and Jock are in a better place. Kendra, we do not give a shit about you or Jock being in a better place. Y'all need to leave each other alone. Y'all are toxic. Y'all are tired, and we're over it. Okay, moving on. So Christina goes to the group of Rashida and the rest of the love and hip hop girlies. You know, Sierra's over there. And she introduces herself to the ladies. And one thing that she said, I was like, you literally just sealed your fate. She told Rashida that she's trying to be like the new Kirk and Rashida, you know, married for 20 years. I was like, you literally just said that these men be out here in these streets. You know, Kirk is one of the main one out in these streets, and Rashida and Kirk are the ones that you said you want to emulate. Although you don't want to be cheated on and you are so paranoid about it. And once again, why do people always want to throw up the number of years y'all been together? So one person can fuck somebody outside of the marriage, cheat on a person, beat the person. Not saying that that's what Kirk did. I'm just putting out examples of different levels of abuse. You know, abuse the person and everything else like that. But as long as they make it to 30 years or over 10, 20 years, then we just gonna call that goals, right? Shit don't make sense to me. Ain't nothing about Rashida and Kirk goals. Like, that nigga's a clown and she's a clown as well. Like two bozos. And honestly, I think Christina is a bozo as well. And I don't trust her nigga, and I think her nigga is full of shit. But we'll get into that as I go through this. So Nova is with the rest of the men, right? The girl, and he's basically opening up to the men for advice. He's letting them know that, you know, he's just getting back into the entertainment industry. He took a break because his girl had a baby, but now he's trying to get back in, and his girl don't want him to be in the studio. Don't want him to be in the studio with another female. Don't want him to be in the studio by themselves, right? Now, at this point, we know what these niggas are going to say. Y'all know what these niggas are going to say, and he knows what these niggas are going to say, but he's going to ask them, right? Try to make it seem as if he's not into that advice. Nigga, you're friends with Lil Zane. And I believe niggas of a feather flock together. So if Lil Zane is a hoe, nigga, you are a hoe too. Because you're not going to convince me that, like, out of all of the friends that I hang out with, all of them can be pieces of shit, but I'm different. I actually respect and love my wife. If you did, you wouldn't even be hanging around disrespectful niggas. Like, what are you talking about here? So they tell him after he brings this up, they was like, this was Scrappy said, at the end of the Disney, you got to just be what you gonna do and be what you gonna be. You gonna have to be Nova Scotia at the end of the day, right? You get what I'm saying. Basically letting him know that at the end of the day, if it's in him to fuck all of these bitches inside of the studio, then that's just who he is. He might as well just let his freak flag fly and not try to tie and bind himself down to the morals of marriage. Fuck these hoes, right? Let's run through these hoes. Ashley, I'll help you and I'll do it with you. That's what all of these niggas are saying. And then we see Nova in the damn confessional talking to us saying that, you know, at the end of the day, I completely disagree with all of that advice that I got. And I just don't really see the mindset that they're seeing right now. Nigga, then why did you ask them? You are not going to convince me that you basically asked Lil Zane, who cheats and disrespects his wife repeatedly, Kirk, who disrespect his wife and cheats on her repeatedly and just had a side baby, Scrap, who disrespect his wife, cheated on his wife, had a whole nother baby, fucked a random hoe from Now That's TV and got her pregnant, cheated on Erica, cheated on the Bam, cheated on Shay. Like, Like, what was you expecting, Nova? What was you expecting, International? What was you expecting, International Terminals? I want to know. Can somebody explain to me the brevity of that thought process? Because I don't understand it. The fact that Rashida and Kirk be getting referred to as a power couple, I'm still confused on that as well. I don't look at anybody as couples goals. I don't look at anybody as a relationship that I want to emulate, because I believe that everybody is different and their relationships all are different based on the person. So I just focus on myself. I don't get online looking at other motherfuckers' relationship thinking, let me do this. Let's try this. Like, no. That's where you fuck up. Because at the end of the day, everybody is different. I'm not him. He not me. They not them. They not he. She not they. Okay? Scrappy didn't even get the girl pregnant. That woman, he got her best friend pregnant. That's how sloppy that nigga is. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. He got the friend pregnant? So let's continue, y'all. So Spice and Zel are in the studio, right? We hear Spice listening to Zel rap some bullshit in the studio that, you know, was kind of okay. I'm not gonna lie, it was all right. But you know, Zel kind of sound like he has a little bit of downs, so I really don't like to listen to his music too much. Zel reminds me of a Tyrannosaurus Rex, or some kind of wild dinosaur, some kind of wild animal in the face, right? He looked like he bites people. Like everything about Zel just looks wild and deranged to me. Like I can't stare at Zel for too long. Now let's continue. So Bunny Rax shows up and she basically introduces herself to Spice. You know, she comes in thinking that she's the baddest bitch. Little does she know that she is one of the mediocre, kind of chubby, light-skinned bitches that would a BBL that think they real hot, but is really not giving that. And she sits down. Now she tells them that apparently Carly has, you know, took her to court, claimed that she was stalking her, and God knows what else, right? Now, she said that she asked T-Lo in his veneers, were they really fucking with that old bitch? You and Carly look the same age. Now, I don't even like Carly. I don't think a lot of y'all on this show are likable like that, in my opinion. Now, I will say this. Scrappy is probably one of the most likable people on this show. As fucked up as a nigga as he is, as fucked up as a husband as he is, Scrappy is very charming. You know, he has a lot of charm about his personality. He seemed like a cool dude, you know, whatever the case may be. He may dog his hoes out, you know, but the way he does it isn't as disrespectful as these other motherfuckers be doing, right? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's disrespectful, but not as disrespectful as these other motherfuckers on the show. You know, he don't really go at it with the women on the show unless they're trying to check him about something that he's doing to another woman on the show. Like I'm saying, like, a lot of these people aren't likable. And neither is this Bunny Rax girl. So Bunny Rax is getting into all of the mess. She shows us all of the different phone records of Carly calling her for 26 minutes, asking her, are you effing my man? I want to see it. You know, Carly into that freaky stuff. Y'all know she liked to suck toes and butt and stuff like that. So it wouldn't surprise me if she mad at the bitch for fucking her husband, but still want to, you know, see the video and get off on it. And then throw it in his face later that he did it. You know, and then cry and then fuck him afterwards and probably invite her into a threesome. You know, Carly be doing real nasty armpit sweat shit like that, right? So Spice is saying, we didn't come here for all of this mess. We didn't come here for all of this. We came here because you said that you was an artist. Girl, she got into that motherfucking booth, y'all. She got into that motherfucking booth. And now, I don't know if it was me, but I was not impressed. I was looking like, what is this? What is this? Now, I don't know the song. I can't tell you the melody, but I'm going to just let you know the context of what I heard from my own flow by Jeremy. I heard something like, I'm a bad bitch. I fuck a nigga every week. I get that money on fleek. I'm a bad bitch. My ass really fat. I'm a bad bitch. Yes, I got it like that. I'm a bad bitch. And like, mind you, she's rapping all of this, jiggly coochie, jiggly booty, BBL drips, IV drips, Botox injection rap. And they're just immediately standing for like, oh, my bitch bad. I told you, Spice, my bitch bad. And I'm like, what is this? What is this? This is not good. It's not. I'm not saying that it was horrible. It was not horrible. I'm not gonna say that. But it was not impressive, and it was not like, I believe if you're gonna do the same shit that like every other bitch doing, you can at least do it better. Like, you can't be rapping about all of the same. My coochie costs thousands. My coochie costs jingles. My coochie costs everything. You blah 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 blah. You can't really do that and then be like the worst at it compared to other people. Like, girl, is Erica Banks can do it. Megan Thee Stallion can do it. Like, everybody is doing it better than you. Nobody's gonna buy this shit. Nobody at all. You don't have no charisma. You don't have a likable personality, because why the fuck did you bring a whole bunch of phone records to just meet Spice in the studio? What the fuck is Spice? The damn FBI? The CIA? Why are you disclosing evidence to Spice? What is she gonna do? Twerk on her head or something? Do a backflip into a split on Carly and break her hip? Like, what's gonna happen from you? Like, what do you want to happen? But needless to say, y'all, it won't be no messy shit if Spice did not offer up some shit to this girl that we already know that she's not gonna follow through on, right? So Spice offers this girl the prestige of having, her manage her. I'm actually trying to start to develop artists. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna manage you. She's like, wow, like, I could be managed by Spice. Like, she's a legend. Like, period, bitch. And I'm just sitting here looking at them with so much disgust. Because what are we doing? What is this? Why are we here? Child, but needless to say, we're gonna move on. So, also, y'all, this bitch talking all of this shit. Wait, before we move on, I'm mad I did not bring this in because the comedic effect of it is gonna leave now. So this girl talking all of this shit, right, about Carly Red and what they got going on and how Carly mad that she fucking T-Lo and she asked T-Lo and stuff like this, but she lets us know that she's an artist. She goes into the studio. But majority of this scene was you talking shit about Carly and being messy. Spice pulled up the monthly fucking Spotify list for her. This bitch got 18 monthly listeners. Talk about, oh my God, like, girl, you are fucking embarrassment. You're doing all of this and you only have 18 monthly listeners. Who the fuck is listening to this? Like, why does she even have 18? Is it your friends and family? Is it you? Are you listening to your own tracks 18 times a month? Because I don't know anybody that has ever bumped a Bunny Rack song. I don't know. But 18 monthly listeners is crazy. And the way Spice just put it out there, I was like, Spice, now you did not have to go to her Spotify like that. You didn't. Now we can move on. Okay, I had to hit that real fast before I moved on. Okay. Now, child, Mama D is in the motherfucking, in some type of Uber XL calling Sierra, inviting her to Shakira's baby shower, child. Sierra says, obviously, I'm in a better space now. And I'm really trying to be a better person because at the end of the day, I'm married now and I just have good energy and I just want everybody to be on a cool accord. So I will come with love and gifts in my heart and for the child because at the end of the day, that's your son's child, Mama D. And I have nothing but love for you. That's what she loved to say. She has nothing but love. I got nothing but love for you, baby. Was that from the Temptations or the Heartbeats? The 5 Heartbeats. At my boyfriend's family gathering that they were playing the Temptations, so it could be that. Now, next thing we see, right? We see Zane and Scrap in the playing pool. Zane tells us that he invited Scrap there because Scrappy, really started some shit with him and his wife about whatever happened in London. So we just gonna act like you wasn't in bitches' faces, had bitches sitting on your lap. We just all gonna blame it on Scrappy because nigga, you shouldn't have posted it, so she found out. But at the end of the day, it wasn't Scrappy's fault. It was Amy's fault. And Amy is the one that put you on blast. But I probably know that you're not really going to go at Amy like that because you understand that Amy probably knows even more to tell your wife that will get you in even deeper shit. And we all know Amy is a friend to nobody. So Amy ain't got no problem backstabbing, fucking up somebody else's relationship or whatever the case may be. So we just going to blame it on Scrappy. Child, he told Scrappy that he's not going to chase his wife. Now, this would bother me if I really believed any of the shit that Ashley is saying and Zane is saying in their relationship, but I refuse to believe that this bitch is really this dumb, really this stupid to be with a washed up 2001 rapper who featured on one movie, that being Fighting Temptations, and barely had any lines, telling us that their relationship is fucked up and she's constantly forgiving. Girl, please. That nigga's a clown and you are a clown as well. And once again, I'm getting real sick and tired of like, why are you cheating on me plot line? We got to do better as people. We got to do better as a community, right? But let's continue, y'all. So, International Nova is basically in his home. We see him, Christina, and 18 damn friends that are living with him. Why are all of these niggas in your house? And how are you so comfortable letting all of these men in your home when you have children and a wife? That's weird and a red flag. And then they're disrespecting his wife. She said, stop slapping my counter. That nigga slapped it again. Like, bitch, you ain't like, who the fuck is you? Like, basically just disrespecting the shit out of her. And he just sitting there looking like this is fucking stupid. What are you doing? Go sit down. Hold on. All right. My bad, y'all. Excuse me. Father duties. So he is talking to Christina. He's telling Christina that he is basically ready to get back into the studio. He took a break because she was pregnant and she has to understand that he's a star, that he's a celebrity, that he's an entertainer, and she can't really be having the energy of not wanting him to go to the studio without her because it's going to be times when he needs to go. And she's like, at the end of the day, I don't hear none of that. Like, I'm going with you. You cannot be in a studio by yourself. And once again, this is like this is just gonna be a mess. This is gonna be a mess. It's gonna be the same thing, y'all. Are we not tired of this storyline trope? You know, I'm an entertainer, I'm a DJ, I'm a producer. You gotta be okay with me fucking hoes in the studio and getting bitches pregnant. I'm an entertainer. Meanwhile, nobody's heard of these people. Like, and you bitches fucking these niggas, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all could at least have some greater pussy standards. Like, I could see if you did it like for Offset or somebody, but y'all just really be fucking random Love and Hip Hop producers. Like, are you not ashamed of yourself? Random hoes he was allegedly probably fucking. I don't know who y'all are. Y'all have not been revealed yet, but I just want y'all to know that y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Because not only is this nigga a liar about him being this hot artist. Actually, let me look it up. I'm gonna do this right now. Let's look it up because I want to know. International Nova. Because I could be wrong. You know, he could be a popping artist. He got 5.5 thousand monthly listeners. He has a song called Photogenic that he released in 2013. Then another song that he released in 2020 called Controller. Isn't that a Drake song? But it could be his. I don't know. I only see like really 4 songs on here, and I'm trying to pull up some wiki so I can see some of this chart data that he was talking. Let me look it up on a Hot 100. I'll go to Billboard real fast because we're gonna get down to this because you bitches y'all gonna stop coming on to this show lying, okay? Because I will look it up. Let me look up International Nova. Y'all, they bringing up Megan Thee Stallion's International Fashion Nova campaign. I don't see shit about this man. Ain't no billboard entries. I don't see anything. I'm not seeing shit. I'm gonna let y'all see what I'm seeing. Actually, I'll look it up on here so y'all can see it with me real fast. Just so y'all know I ain't lying. Cause like I'm real tired of y'all coming onto these shows lying, playing with us like we don't have the internet and we can't look this stuff up on our own. Y'all gonna stop doing this. Coming onto the show, telling us y'all got all of these hits, some songs on the Billboard Hot 100. The Billboard Hot 100 is pulling up Fashion Nova. I'm fucking crying. All right, let me share the screen, child. We gonna look this up real fast. So as y'all see here, International Nova, Megan Thee Stallion and Fashion Nova, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Jazz Fluidus, new investors restructuring at Rhapsody, Fashion Nova donating 100, K to Breonna Taylor. I'm not seeing the Hot 100 injuries. Do y'all see them? Because I don't. Funk Odyssey, BMG, Macarenas and shit. A Day in New York and shit. Handling reelected as the ARIA chair. So what, like can we please stop? Can we please stop? Can we stop doing this? And if you like we can go even more, International Nova. I'll focus on music. Once again, Megan Thee Stallion and her Fashion Nova launching of Women on Top Fund. I don't see nothing about no damn Nova. Okay. So can we stop lying? Can we stop flogging on this show, please? And act like we're a struggling artist like we are? How are you affording this stuff, International Nova? How are you affording this house? Because it's definitely not with the record sales. I'm not even seeing International Nova. Let me look up his songwriting credits. Y'all, I'm not seeing shit. Y'all, I'm on allmusic.com. I'm not lying to y'all. I will show y'all right now. I'm on allmusic.com and I don't see a damn thing about no International Nova and no damn Bone Crusher. This is a song apparently that he wrote or something. He was a feature artist, I guess, producer of Point of No Return by Nova. But I'm not seeing shit about no damn Nova. I'm not seeing shit about no International Nova. I see one album or a record, I think, a song, but I'm not seeing shit else. What is all of these songs that you wrote for Bone Crusher? That you wrote for all of these various people? Like, what are we talking about here? Him and his fucking wife are annoying. Let's move on. Y'all niggas are frauds. Y'all are frauds. Fraud. How did Marlo say fraud? You niggas just be coming on here just making up shit. Like you can just come on to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and just say you anything. Actually, I know a lot of y'all may recognize me. My name is Jeremy. I was actually the vice president of the United States in 1985. And my mama was actually Beyonce's grandmother, but it was twice removed. And honestly, I wrote every single TLC song and Beyonce song that came out. And you will see my name in credits. It may be invisible, but it's there. Okay, they actually stole from me. Okay. I look for your receipts when I Googled your name, a vinegar popped up. A brand of vinegar. I remember when Kate Michelle said that to Carly. Because bitches be lying on here. Stop lying. It's not needed. But let's hurry up and finish this. Okay, we almost done with this section. What are we talking about? Child, we're at Shakira baby shower. Erica is talking to Mama D. She lets Mama D know that she's surprised that it's even a baby shower happening, and they don't even know if this man is really the father of this woman's child. And I was like, point proven. But then Mama D says, well, you know, I just don't want her to internalize any of the negativity. And Erica says, you know, no disrespect to her, no negativity, but we just got to question the paternity first before we just start accepting motherfuckers and throwing them baby showers for babies that probably may not even be your sons. Right? And I was like, point. Now, moving on. Sierra pops up and Sierra says, hey y'all, I am Sierra and I am here to show up for the baby shower for Scraps baby. And I'm just coming in here with a heart full of love, a heart full of contentment, and just good energy because I really have so much love in my heart for Mama D. Child, Scrappy is looking at her enter the building. He goes over and is like, girl, why are you here? And who invited you? Y'all, the way Scrappy did it, I thought that shit was so fucking funny. The way he did that, I was screaming. Okay, he said, like, girl, why is you here? And like, what you doing here? Scrappy is funny as shit to me sometimes. I'm sorry. And then so Sierra responds, she says, well, Mama D invited me here and I just wanted to come here with love in my heart. And I also brought a gift for the child. Why the fuck did Miss Kira come over there right in the midst of them talking? Because he wants to know, like, why are you here since you friends with Bam? And she says, well, you know, Bam is on some good energy with you. Like, so I'm surprised that you saying that. He says, Bam taking me to court right now, trying to get more money, trying to take my kids. You know, he ain't really giving no specifics about what Bam is taking him to court for. But he keeps on saying she trying to take the kids and get more child support, and he ain't giving her no more motherfucking money. Child, I can't. And Miss Kira comes over there in the midst of them talking, and she says, like, this shit weird. Like, this is weird. Like, why are you here? Like, aren't you like Bambi's friend? Girl, so what if she is Bambi's friend? What about it? She came there with a gift. More than the fucking baby daddy came with, I guarantee you. I know one thing I do know probably is that Scrappy didn't come with a motherfucking thing for the baby that y'all bringing into the world. And let's not act like I don't even know you. Like, why are you here? Bitch, you didn't even know Scrap either, and you let him bust in you and get you pregnant. Like, what are we talking about? Like, it can't. So don't tell me bitches can't come to your baby shower because you don't know them and they friends with somebody else, but we just letting the niggas bust in us and we don't know them either. How does that work? At the end of the day, baby, if you're gonna have that standard for this, you should have that standard for the pussy as well. Just throwing that out there. And not only did you let him bust in you, but he busting your friend too. Like, he fucked both of y'all. And he just said you was just the finisher. Like, I was like, what? Like, girl, pipe down. Hush. Be quiet. And so Sierra says, oh, like, I didn't even mean no disrespect. I just really came here out of love in my heart, and I have gifts. She said, like, she was like, and I just don't know, like, what, like, why would you say that it's weird? Like, she says, I didn't say that you were weird. I say that it's just weird. And she says, but you was directing it at me, though. Like, what's weird? And she was like, but aren't you Bambi's friend? And she was like, but have you ever met Erica? She was like, I don't think I have to meet Erica. I was like, ooh, yikes. What's the beef there? Why are you so mad about a woman that you never met? Why are you so mad about a woman's friend who happens to be the ex-wife of the man that you just fucked one night and got pregnant by? Why are you so mad? What has Bambi done to wrong you? So then Sierra says, girl, at the end of the day, this is a beautiful event. You pregnant, and I would never try to step on nobody's toes at all, especially when they with child. I love Sierra, y'all. Sierra, I love me some Sierra. Okay. Sierra is just so adorable to me. I don't know what about Sierra makes me giggle so much, but she just seemed like such a sweet person. She just like I can tell that she's a good person. Why you doing? Ciao. Let's move on. So Kira then responds to her and said, girl, you can never step on my toes. And then she just walked away. I was like, oh, girl, I guess you read her down. Oh, my God, girl. Guess you read the girl down, didn't you? I was like, girl, you really going to make me not like you. Like, you have all of this fucking energy for what? For what? Because she's Bambi's friend? Well, that was Bambi's husband and you fucked him. So what's the problem here? What's going on? And another motherfucking thing I really do not like that Scrappy is trying to do. He's really trying to get underneath Bambi's skin and call her number two, basically saying you just the baby mama number two. Like, child, you were picking specks out of her titties the last time you saw her. You were mad because she didn't text you back while you was trying to cry on her titties about your mama. Like, what are you talking about? She's not no baby mama number two. That's your ex-wife. And I know you may be salty that she divorced you and is taking your ass to court for whatever reason that may be. I guess we'll find out in a later episode. But at the end of the day, sweetie, that's not baby mama number two. Baby mama number two is actually the bitch whose baby shower you're at. Because this is the second bitch that she married, that she did not marry, that she got pregnant. Not only did you get her pregnant and not marry her, but you wasn't even in a relationship with her and you really didn't even know her like that. Just running up in random hoes raw. What's going on? But I guess. So Kira goes over to Mama D and Rashida. Not Rashida, but Mama D and what's the other bitch name? Erica. And Scrappy's over there. She's like, do we just need to take a walk with the three of us? Kira shuts that ass down real fast. And I was like, get her while you can. Get Mama D in check right now. Because if you don't, she'll run amok in the palace. The queen will run amok in the palace if you don't get her right. And Erica said the same thing. Erica was like, I'm glad that she's very, stern and straightforward with Mama D, because you gotta establish a boundary and set respect for yourself, because Mama D was just run right over you. And I was like, ain't that the truth, girl? And that's on what? Mignon. Straight shooter, bitch. Just kidding. My bad. So apparently Kira's whole energy has changed. Now, I don't really know why Kira is so much more happier talking to Erica than she was talking to a friend of the band when Erica was fucking Scrap in the midst of you being with him as well. So she says, lovely to, I'm happy to meet you, Erica, happy to meet you. She goes over there and have a separate talk that, sit down with Erica. She says, I was kind of nervous about us meeting because I didn't know how you would feel, if you would feel some type of way. She was like, I wouldn't feel no type of way. I don't even know you. She was like, right. But, it's the pregnancy hormones and stuff like that, and she says, girl, no, I'm not coming here with that type of energy at all. I just want you to know that. She says, well, I'm really happy, blah, 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 blah. We're both two bitches that weren't married to Scrap, that he's still fucking, blah, 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 blah. Okay. See, in the midst of them having this conversation, y'all, Sierra comes up into the scene. Sierra was tickling me this whole episode. Sierra says, excuse me, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I just want to let y'all know that I'm about to. She says, I just want to let y'all know that I'm about to leave. And she says, girl, you don't have to leave. Like, it doesn't really, I'm not really bothered by you being here. You don't have to leave anymore. She says, well, but the thing about it is that you said that I was being weird, and the Gemini in me is really saying this bitch tried you. And I just really feel like I gotta go. And then she says, but you brought up, like, did you meet Erica? Like, she says, no, that's not how that went, Kira. At the end of the day, you said that I was Bambi's friend, and why am I here at your baby shower, even though that I came with gifts? And I asked you, did you even meet Erica yet? That's how that happened. And then Erica says, Erica Dixon, not Erica, the other Erica. Not the other Erica. She says, well, actually, when you see Bam, tell her to apologize to E-Money. I was like, why every single time they've been saying this little girl name is so aggressive? It's not Amani, y'all. It's E-Money. E-Money. Like, my God. Just sometimes we as Black people could make a name sound so stank. Every single time. Y'all would country chicken fry that shit and make it sound so funky. Her name is Amani, not E-Money. Like, what's going on? Have some respect, Erica. And once again, you got to understand that this little girl told your baby father, in the words of bitches from Brooklyn like Kira, your baby father, that you was banging your daughter head up against the wall and shit. Bambi did not lie on you. Bambi released the recording. We heard the recording. We heard Scrappy saying that he is the one who initiated the police and everything else. But we know in order for us to fuck Scrap and not feel like a walking contradiction, even though we busting the pussy open for him, we're going to have to blame it on the Bam. That's what we got to do. That's the only way to make this make sense, is to blame it on the Bam and still put the pussy on Scrap's sideburns. Ciao. But yes, y'all, that's the end of the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta review. This is probably the most fun I had doing it so far. I love more Sierra scenes. Anytime Sierra's on the screen, y'all, I'm here for it. I love me some Sierra down. I love her. Love her down, okay? Y'all, I really don't want to do this. I do not want to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville because I already know it's going to trigger me. But I'll get myself prepared, okay? So I'm about to take a minute break. Y'all take time and like the video because I've been here for a while. It's been an hour so far, okay? Now we're going to try to get this all wrapped up in 48 minutes. But I'll be right back in a couple minutes. Y'all get yourself situated. Y'all like the video. And then we can get this started, okay, y'all? All right. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jeremy Speaks, and I'm coming at y'all again today with another video. I ain't gonna even hold you. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jeremy Speaks, and I'm coming at y'all again today with another video. I ain't gonna even hold you. All right, y'all. Here we are. We made it to the reunion. We made it to the reunion, y'all. Part 1. What I have to say about this, y'all, going to ask for forgiveness beforehand. All right, I have to take a little water because this is gonna be a hell of a live, especially because I'm doing this shit off of memory. You see, when I have the notes, I try to follow those. But see, when I just do this myself, just go off memory, no telling what the fuck I'm gonna say. All right. So y'all, put a 1 in the chat if you're ready. All right, put a 1 in the chat. And also letting y'all know that this review and last week's review for the finale will be combined and uploaded together. I'm not listening to y'all asses no more because y'all made me upload that video and none of y'all watched it. I knew it. I knew that that's what's going to happen. I knew it. And right after I seen that, I was like, absolutely not. Ain't gonna get me again. I'm sitting here editing videos for 18 hours and none of y'all gonna watch it. Hell no, couldn't be me. All right. I don't even know why I'm picking this fucking phone up, y'all. Ciao. God give me strength. All right. So before the reunion starts, we see everybody walking into the building in their fucking dressing rooms and stuff like that. And this bald-headed dude named Marcus is going to everybody's dressing room. And I don't know about y'all, but when I saw Marcus, I thought that man had very dark energy. Handsome man. But I was like, that's a dark spirit right there. That's a dark spirit right there. I was like, when I seen it, I almost wanted to throw some holy water at the screen. I was like, that's a dark spirit. I don't get no good energy from him. I don't like it. Don't like whoever this Marcus person is. I was like, we need to get Angela from Why Did I Get Married to handle this nigga with the swiftness. Period. Okay, but with little do we hear, hey guys, oh my god, coming into the building. Have you guys heard me yet? I'm coming in. Just a fucking annoying ass weirdo. Just Carlos walks into the building being loud, annoying, and my skin crawls, y'all. I despise that man. He goes into everybody's room asking if they ready. Ask Kimmy, is she ready? She says, I'm ready for everybody. Girl, first of all, be ready for your husband. How about that? You ready for everybody else except for your husband. Okay, Kimmy, while you got all of this bravado, how about you channel all of that fucking anger and angst and channel that against your fucking husband, who's telling the fucking world that you have to suffer through sex while in chemotherapy so he won't cheat on you. How fucking embarrassing. And we all know it ain't no motherfucking scene with Destiny in it if it ain't some shit breaking, some shit falling off, some shit not arriving on some times, or some shit not made right. So Destiny lets us know that her dress is damaged. Girl, of course it's damaged because you getting it from Shein. You can't get ball gowns sent through Shein overnight and not expect some type of, damage to it. I told you the Shein clothes is in them Ziploc bags. You got to pull that shit out like lunch at work. Shit delicate. You gotta, they need to be putting extra styrofoam in the fucking box and shit to make sure ain't no stuff getting ripped or broken. But obviously she ain't gonna do that. So of course your dress is ripped, damaged. But we have to hold the fucking reunion back because her dress is damaged. I was like, we don't even need Destiny here if I'm being fair. Like, I don't think the Destiny's presence is necessary at this reunion because nobody gives a fuck about anything Destiny got going on. We don't care about Madani. We don't care about Sonny. We don't care about Moses. We don't care about, the foster care system that you were put in. Like, girl, it's nothing there. It's nothing there. It's nothing. And not only are you gonna come to this reunion with a Shein nightgown, but you're gonna come to the reunion with a hard ass blonde wig, looking like one of the prostitution walkers from Skid Row that be on the underbelly. Like, girl, no. One thing I will not deal with on a reunion stage is a Skid Row wig. That, I just can't. But moving on. So now they say they're going to go on with or without her. They start the reunion up. I was like, about time, because why the fuck are we holding some shit for Destiny? Who cares about Destiny? Child. So moving on. So now we on the reunion stage. We see Carlos King looking as gay as he wants to be. Hey guys, welcome to the Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion, and it's your favorite king of reality, Carlos King. Like, oh my God. I was like, Lord Jesus, spare me from this voice. How do y'all do? I can't. It's just terrible. I hate everything about this man. Everything. Child, so he's announcing and introducing everybody walking on stage, y'all. And y'all know it ain't a reunion unless Carlos King is spilling and touching up on all the fucking men. Ooh, let me see your blazer. Oh my God, y'all look good. You look so good. Like, get your motherfucking hand off of niggas, bitch. Did you get consent to touch these people? Nigga, keep it at a handshake. You old fucking happy foot ass nigga. I cannot stand gay people like him. It's just like, it's so gross. It's just so, and it just feels creepy. Like, yuck. Keep your hands to yourself. And act like you've been with a man before. It's just, I can't. Like, yuck. So after everybody comes onto the stage, I'll say that I think that Melody and Letitia was probably best dressed. We all know that Martell loves to wear slave Civil War army attire. So he was wearing some type of Civil War Frederick Douglass abolitionist Confederate army suit, but this time it was in all white, strictly made by Lisa Ray. Just kidding. Lisa Ray ain't got shit to do with this. But child, why when Melody walked in to get seated, like, we just hear Maurice says, "Wow." I was like, oh, Kimmy mad as shit. Kimmy mad as shit. Y'all get Kimmy mad as shit. She definitely about to go in on Mel now. She probably wasn't even going to go in on Mel this reunion until Maurice said that shit. Meanwhile, Marceau is trying his best, not to look over to the left at Melody, because Tisha's sitting there looking like this. And what you looking at? Nigga, what you looking at? You see something? And we start the reunion, y'all. So we start off with a montage of the Hope at that time. We start off seeing Tisha and Marceau and how the relationship got so damaged. And I was thinking, like, wow, it's really fucking disgusting how y'all continuously throw this marriage up in this woman's face and expect her not to feel some type of way about it. These people have been divorced for over 4 years at this point. Why are we still bringing up their marriage? Why are we still showing montages of them with Melody and that damn shifted Fantasia bang? Like what are we doing? Like what are we doing here? Like why was this even relevant in this, in the grand scheme of things? You could have just showed a fucking montage of Marceau and Maurice's friendship. Not Marceau, but Marceau and Martel's friendship, and see where it got till now. You didn't have to bring all of the couples. Like, we don't have to go over the first season every fucking time we're at the reunion. You guys have been on been on this show for like 6 years now. You guys have been on this show for 7 years now. You guys have been on this show for 5 years now. How do you feel? Like, girl, didn't you ask that last season? Bitch, they feel the same. Moving on. Child, so we get into Martel and Marceau's issues. Marceau says that he just was not going to stand for what Martel did, meaning the revenge corn, right? He says that it was so disgusting and he couldn't back that up. And I was like, I wish you would have felt that same type of way when you and your brother were laughing at the fact that Mark was saying that he had videos of Miss Van. But I guess with Melody is different. Probably because you want to fuck her. I don't know. Maybe I can't tell. Like, why now do you have all of this energy for Martel, but not when he was doing all of the shit that he's been doing? Like, what? Like, why did this top everything? Although it's very disgusting, he's been doing all of this disgusting shit for years now, and you have knowledge about it way before this reunion and way before this season. You've been knowing about him doing this revenge corn, and you were still cool with him then. So what changed up until now? Like, what's the shift? He lets us know that he feels that Martel is jealous of him. He says that when Martel got with him when they were first friends, Martel thought he was a big dog, but not like that now, and yada yada yada. And we get into Martel saying that he's never been jealous of anybody. He's the one who's put him in the predicament to even make the money. And this is when Marceau and Tisha says, well, what about when we gave you that job to help us with the hotel and you left with an unfinished job and we had to take responsibility for it? And I was like, is this the hotel that y'all said that y'all were getting sued by? Like, are y'all trying to tie that into this? It's so weird how they all say the same things about each other, and like they try to hold one person accountable for something that the other one did, and then lie and say one person did something that they did. It's just weird. And Tisha says, yeah, because at the end of the day, you was out here putting out all of these rumors about me and my marriage, trying to destroy my marriage. And we all thought it was Mel, but it was really you. It was always you. And I was like, what changed, Tisha? Why now do you realize that it was Martel, but you didn't realize before? Why now do you think that it was all Martel? Why weren't you able to see that before? Is it because he wasn't doing that to you necessarily? He was probably out here dogging out some people, but until it got to you and your family, you and your husband, and you and whatever you was doing in college and on camera, allegedly, from what Martel says, now we saying that Martel was doing it all from the beginning. So now we're coming to the conclusion. Now we're seeing it after it affects us directly. It takes a real low and disgusting person to have no empathy or sympathy for somebody until they're personally feeling the same thing. From that type of behavior, it breeds prejudice, discrimination, and hate. Just to be clear here, for you to only feel or empathize or understand something only when you go through it or when it affects you is fucked up. And you should be ashamed of yourself. And it's real disgusting to me because y'all all knew about this. Y'all been known that he was doing all of this. But now, all of a sudden, the tone has changed. Everything is changing. So Melody gets questioned by Carlos King and says, like, so are those like, is this true? Like, did he go to jail for revenge porn? I was saying, Carlos King, you know damn well this motherfucker went to jail for this. You the one who bailed the nigga out and picked him up from jail and fucked him in a hotel room, probably, allegedly. You know damn well how this played out. Give me a fucking break. And I'm getting real sick and tired of y'all acting like y'all can't do any of this lookup online. So Carlos King says that I'm not dumb. You know, I actually look stuff up. I actually research. I actually watch the show. Then obviously, if you do that, then you would know that this man got locked up and found guilty on this shit, and he pled guilty. You would know that he got convicted. How the fuck do I know that? I'm not even a part of this cast. I don't know any of these people personally, and you know them all personally, and their lives affect the show. So how don't you fucking know? And why are we asking Melody about this? We already know the answer, and I feel like it's another way to traumatize her, to ask her about this traumatizing event. So I'm gonna ask you, Melody, if it's true, and you're gonna tell me the truth, and you're gonna tell me how you feel, and then I'm gonna allow Martell to lie and tell me that it's all fucking lies that you're saying, and none of this is real, and all of the hurt and pain that you feel is inadequate, and it's not real, and it's all imaginative. Like, what are we doing here? And once again, Martell gives all of this word salad. In that nature, what happened was, when I went to the courthouse, I had to plead guilty, not because I was guilty, in that nature, but because I needed it to go to a higher court. So in that nature, I went to the courthouse and I pled guilty, but I'm not guilty of what she's talking about. I'm guilty of threatening communications, so no, Melody's a liar, and Melody, you're full of shit. I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. Once again, Carlos continuously puts this man in some type of glass trophy case, because here we have to go back and forth over and over again about how the threatening communication and the domestic violence through communication was the picture that you sent. He says, at the end of the day, in that nature, I sent the picture. Yes, I did, but it was of her. So why she has a problem with it? It's you. I didn't send it to anybody else. I sent it to her. And then he kept on saying, like, what video? Pull out the video, asking everybody else to pull out the fucking video. Girl, you want to implicate everybody else. You pull out the video, and that lets us know that you sent it to other motherfuckers, because if you didn't, Carson Blue wouldn't have known about it, and neither would have Arian Curry. Like, how disgusting can you be? Like it's some of you niggas out here that should have been a wire hanger abortion. Like, dead ass. Like, y'all niggas are disgusting. Like, in the simple and like the narcissism of it all, the complete delusion of it all, the unmitigated gall and audacity of you to look us in the face, tell us that none of this is real, that all of it is lies, but you did do it, but you really didn't do it, but you did do it. You admitted to doing it and said that you was guilty, but not because you were actually guilty and that you did it, but because you needed to go to a court to appeal it after you pled guilty, because they say that you did it, even though what you did was not really that, but it was something else similar to that you really did. Like, girl, I really can't stand these niggas. None of them. I'm really trying. I'm already exhausted. y'all, Destiny sitting right next to fucking Martell looking like a fucking idiot. Why don't so not only are you posted up with this man, like you his fucking wife, but then on top of that, you sitting here with a blonde melody inspired wig, but you want to convince us that you not fucking him. Bitch, please. Like I really cannot. And then like in the midst of all of this happening, y'all, in the midst of Martell completely negating, lying, contradicting himself, Carlos King gets up. And he gets in Martell's face and he says, Martell, it's not okay what you did. Do I have to explain it out for you, Martell? Like, you just couldn't wait to just get close up in his proximity, huh? That's why you motherfuckers are matching. You dirty bitch. Like, Until y'all do right by Mel. Until you do right by Mel, everything you got gonna crumble. Like, it's my goodness. So y'all, next thing we get into Kimmy and her husband, Maurice, aka Martin Luther, the fake ass king. And take another sip of water. This show will exhaust you, so I get thank you. I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna listen to you. Y'all, I hate this. I hate these people. They about to make me smoke this shit like a Virginia Slim. You know, like how Martell mama be smoking them cigarettes in the house. That bitch be hunched over looking like this with her legs crossed. With a malt liquor bottle in her hand talking about, that's my baby. Melody ain't never been no good woman to you. My baby. Can you pass me that 40 ounce again? Thank you. Can you pass me that bottle of beer right there? Thank you. Like, I'm like, Martell was forsaken from the fucking beginning. He was forsaken since the beginning. Like, my God. Yuck. How disgusting can you be? Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to put him in the had to put my damn cats in the crate because they've been running all over this damn new couch that I got, acting like this is a fucking gymnastics competition, like they fucking Simone Biles, flipping and running all over shit. Absolutely not. I'm not even playing that today. Okay. All right. So let's continue. But like I was saying, like Martell mama probably just sitting there like, oh my baby, I'm so proud of you. You make me proud like my favorite liquor bottle. Cognac, 75. It's just so pathetic. Like he's just a disgusting person. Like some of you people don't deserve. I'm not gonna say that. It's gonna sound completely nasty. I'm not gonna say that. But the way that y'all just give out trauma to people, just hand out trauma, you bring nothing positive in this life. It's just really gross. It really is. But like I said, moving on to Kimmy and Maurice. So Kimmy and Maurice, we start to talk about the DUI, right? Carlos King breaks down, that he was involved in the DUI. He ended up getting locked up. So he starts to ask Kimmy questions and Maurice. He says, so Maurice, like you got, locked up for drinking and driving. He was like, I've been charged with a DUI. Yes, I have. Yes. Like, girl, you want to be fucking Annalise Keating so fucking bad. Like, child, where the fuck is the law degree from? Can you practice in other states? Like what type of lawyer are you? Like, can we get into that? It's like, girl, you're not that. Can we stop? Can we stop? You're not that. You're not some power attorney. Like, oh my God. Carlos King starts to question him. He says, so you got locked up. Where was Kimmy? Kimmy says, I was at home. I was at home. But he says, so you guys didn't ride together? Maurice says, no, we did not ride together. I rode by myself and Kimmy rode by herself. They was like, but you guys were together. She said, he and her, they both said yes, right? So he says, at what point did you guys separate to where you didn't even know where he was at? She says, well, how do you know I wasn't with him? Bitch, because you just said you was at home and you said it on the show. That's why. Kimmy, what, you know what? Cancer is not gonna save your ass from this read that I'm gonna give you. I thank God that he blessed them breasts. I thank God that he did that. But that does not absolve you from your bullshit, Kimmy. It is not. You want to be hum the word, lie, gaslight people, but you want to be in everybody else's fucking business once again. But they're like, the story's not adding up. He then asks, okay, so you just said that you were at home. And then she's like, when did I say that? He said, unlike, some other people, I'm actually smart, Kimmy, and I actually watched the show. And you definitely said that when you heard about the news of him being arrested, you were at home. And she says, but you didn't even ask what I was doing or when I got home. Where was I at? So are you trying to allude that you could be fucking other people too to try to absolve this nigga? What are we talking about here? And he says at the end, she says, all of these lines of questioning is some bullshit. And it's all speculative. And they say, no, it's not no bullshit. It's not no bullshit. Like, these questions are actually reasonable and we should be able to ask them like we ask everybody else fucking questions. So then he asks Maurice. So Maurice completely disregards Kim at this point because she's just chirping like, girl, be a bird somewhere else. This is the reunion, not the aviary. Okay, let's move on. So he asks Maurice, so were you coming from Black? He says, yes. He says, so where were you before you got back to the house You got locked up and you left black. He says traveling. Okay, so Carlos King hones in a little bit more. So he says, so if you got arrested at, let's say 1 p.m., 12 p.m., you left black at around 11 p.m. that night prior. Where were you between then? He was like, traveling. He says, were you by yourself? He says, yes, I was by myself. He hesitates when he says it because we all know, okay, so you've been like, you didn't get arrested until like 12 or 1 p.m. in the afternoon that following day because you were driving drunk and you hit a pole. You left black that night. Kimmy was in the bed, sleep, thinking that you were there. But you want to convince us that you were just traveling. He said he stopped by the gas station, y'all. Carlos King is asking the same question that I'm asking. Where the fuck is the gas station at? Is it in Canada? Like, how did it take you over 8 hours to get from the gas station to the house or to like be riding to the house before you got arrested for the DUI? No answers. Can't give a shit. Kimmy says this is all speculative because y'all asking him what he was doing. What about what I was doing? Y'all don't know if I was home or not. Girl, Kimmy, you have low self-esteem and you don't love yourself, girl. We know you was at home waiting on that fucking Keebler elf to come home. We know you were. We know. You don't have to lie to us, girl. Like, please don't try to throw yourself in the line of girl. You just survived cancer. Now you trying to take bullets? What are we doing here? Do you respect your body at all? If it was me, I'd just be silent. He's the lawyer. He could defend himself. He could protect himself. Why the fuck are you speaking up, girl? He don't even think you that smart. He thought that you being a nurse wasn't good enough. Let the lawyer, Martin Luther King Jackson, talk for himself. So Kimmy is getting real agitated, getting real antsy, and getting real bold with Carlos King, because I guess, her husband is getting the 3rd degree, so she gonna jump in and be the line of protection for him. So we get into how Melody was asking about the DUI and how she was going around to Tisha basically saying, well, did you hear about him having lipstick and all of the other stuff? Child, Kimmy, I don't know what the fuck got into Kimmy, y'all. Give me a second. I'm trying my best to contain myself and not say anything too fucked up. I'm really trying to keep that in. Okay. So Melody says after the real played of her asking about it, she tells us that she just asked the question because it was on social media. It was a topic of discussion. It was everywhere. So she asked about it. And then Kimmy says, it's so funny how when somebody else brings up something, you have a problem with it. It's so funny how, I also seen stuff on social media, for example, about how you got like bad ass shots, your ass is botched. And I never brought that up. Should I talk about that? Should I bring that up? And Melody's saying, well, what does that have? That has nothing to do with any of this. At the end of the day, it was online. It was in the blogs. So of course we're going to talk about it. And it's crazy that you want to get upset at me, but you didn't have no problem talking about all the stuff in my marriage, all the stuff that I was dealing with, all the stuff that was happening online between me and Martell. You didn't have no problem talking about it. And she says, and here's the thing. here's the thing. It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games until I want to fucking play. See, when you want to fucking play, it's cool. But when I want to fucking play, we always got to have a sit down and we got to apologize to Mel and we got to make Mel, feel better. And we got to try to come to a kumbaya agreement. And I was like, Mel, you better get her. You better get her. You better get her, Mel. You better get her, because if I do, I'm going to hurt her feelings. You better get her before I do. You better talk to her before I do, because if I talk to her, I'm going to hurt her feelings. Mel sitting there, I guess she came with the grace of God. She ain't really giving Kimmy the same fucking energy. I'm confused, because I'm like, why aren't you reading this bitch? Because one thing about it, Kimmy, let's talk about it. I was trying not to do this, but I can't help it. Let's talk about it. Nobody is talking about Mel's ass online. Mel's ass being fake or whatever's happening with Mel's ass shots is not a topic of discussion in social media, right? And to me, it's really not that important to even be bringing up, because let's be clear, ain't nothing wrong with Melody's ass, and Melody's ass is not botched, because when your man saw her walk into that motherfucking scene, his jaw dropped. Something that his jaw did not do when he saw your ass come into the scene, because he was not impressed. That's the first thing. Second of all, you mad at Mel for bringing up something that your husband did, something that your husband committed, something that your husband made his own grown ass decision to do. You're mad. You're talking about, well, how about I bring this up? But let's not act like you, outside of this, y'all didn't have no other shit going on in y'all marriage. Let's not act like y'all didn't have no other shit going on in y'all marriage that Melody could have brought up, but she didn't. Because once again, her ass is trying to give your ass grace. And for some reason, I still don't understand that. You deserve no motherfucking grace. I knew you was a snake from the beginning. You've been a fake ass bitch for a while now, Kimmy. And just because you got cancer and been healed and went through chemotherapy don't change a motherfucking thing. God bless you for surviving cancer. God thanks you for healing the breast. But at the end of the day, you a messy bitch, and you a contradicting bitch, and you a hypocrite. Because Melody could have brought up how the whole fucking internet was kikiing at your man embarrassing you about him telling the whole fucking world that you have to suffer through sex for him in the midst of you going through chemotherapy so he won't cheat on you. And because it's your wifely duty and you sacrificing. You sat there at Fox Soul looking like a dumb ass, ignorant ass chick. Dumb as shit. Sitting there looking like a fucking propped up. Y'all know when they prop up them dead bodies at at different funerals, and they be making them play video games and shit, and they sitting there holding the controller like this, just frozen. That's exactly how Kimmy looked in the midst of all of that conversation happening. Like, you were just sitting there like this while Claudia was sitting there damn near about to cry in tears for your self-respect that you don't even recognize at this point. You were just sitting there looking like. Meanwhile, this bald bitch is sitting here telling the world that it's actually commendable that you suffered through sex to please him while you going through chemotherapy and your body is breaking down. How amazing that you sacrificed for your husband, looking dumb as a bitch. She could have brought that shit up. Oh, my ass is fake. Like the fact that your husband said that you suffered through sex while in chemotherapy and that he has to put KY jelly in it to make it run faster, like a Duracell battery, because it's dry down there because you're going through chemotherapy. and you still forcing yourself to do it to please him, and ain't even feeling good for you. She could have ate that ass up, but she didn't. But you wanna go about it like this. You wanna go in like this, and then you got Destiny dumbass in that hard ass blonde helmet, laughing and kikiing. Meanwhile, Destiny, she called your ass a fucking hoe and put your ass on blast at the damn Nell event. When what's his name, Lance, basically dusted your ass for complimenting a stripper at a bachelorette party. What you so giggly about? If you really stop obsessing over Melody and what the fuck she has going on, you will really start to realize that Kimmy is your real enemy here, and the real woman that be talking shit about you. Melody could give a fuck at all. Let's be real. Fuck you laughing at? That she called you a hoe and you did nothing about it, but you want to sit here and have all of these negative interviews about Mel, talk about Mel. Girl, shut the fuck up. Why you trying to cheer Kimmy on? She sounds dumb as you fucking look. Sitting next to that nigga dressed like a Civil War veteran. Y'all are fucking clowns. Like dumb as shit. Pieces of shit. And just because you put a Shein dress and a beauty store wig on it, don't change what it is underneath. It's still a piece of shit, including you, Kimmy. Because Mel could have really went in on you, and I really wish she would have. You could do it. You can still do it and be unbothered. You can still do it and be unbothered. But for some reason, I guess God said no. Who am I to argue with God? You know, if God told her to say no, I guess I'm just gonna have to leave it at that. If she want to give Kimmy grace, then you know it is what it is. Hey, child, because I can't keep up. Destiny is a Lifetime movie waiting to happen to Mel. Kimmy and Maurice still kissing Martell's ass. That's because Kimmy and Maurice know that Martell still holds a lot of bones about Maurice. And Kimmy already knows that her man has been cheating, but she don't want to be embarrassed like she feels that Tisha is being embarrassed all the time, or like she thinks Mel has been embarrassed. And the thing about you hoes wanting to act like, oh, I'm just going to lie for him if he cheating on me. Like, at the end of the day, the embarrassment is temporary. And to be honest, nothing is more embarrassing than standing with a man that we all know is cheating on you and you trying to argue and fight for his integrity. That's most embarrassing, girl. We're talking more shit about you now than if we found out that he was cheating. Like, it's nothing better than a story of triumph. You know, giving your life, giving your love to a man, you know, realizing that he didn't want it, realizing that he didn't honor it, and finding that love and self-respect within yourself, and leaving and moving on and achieving and gaining better. But no, you wanna be a basic-minded hoe. You wanna cuss, you wanna fuss. You want to do all of that shit to try to distract us from the fact that your husband be allegedly cheating on you. And no matter how many times you try to say Melody got a fake ass, a fake this, a fake that, Melody looks good. She's radiating beauty. She's maintaining a stable income outside of the show to where she don't have to depend on no fucking man. She didn't let no nigga convince her to leave her occupation in her field of expertise because he thought he knew something better. She's not allowing no man to take her power away like you have. It's so many different things that you need to focus on, Kimmy, but I promise you, Melody's ass cheeks is not those. Is not a part of any of the stuff that you should be bringing up. So, where do we go from here, Kimmy? when will you gather up your self-respect? But then again, I also have to think about it. You don't have any self-respect. I don't even think you're really happy in this marriage. You just feel like you were aging and you just wanted a man by any means necessary. So you just gonna lay your standards down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Down by the riverside, she's gonna lay down her standards. Down by the riverside till the nigga say he won't no more. You know, it's really pathetic at this point. Child. Y'all, that's the end of it. That's all I got. I ain't got nothing else. That's it. And I managed to do this under 2 hours. And I am very thoroughly proud of myself. Okay. That's all I got for y'all today. I will be editing this tomorrow. We'll be uploading it in combination with the finale review. So you will get these put together. Okay. A maid, mattress, mule, and an idiot. An idiot. Don't forget that. Okay. 2 more points to go. Oh, no. Not that. No, not the bullworms. Y'all don't know that. Y'all don't be watching shit like that. Y'all don't watch T.S. Madison. No, not that. Not the bullworms. No. Anything but that. Lord, I don't want to watch another part of this. My God. But yes, y'all, I had fun. It was wait, quick question. How many likes do we have here? Because I also wanted to say something else. How many likes we have? I was gonna have fun in the A this weekend. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. That is happy weight on Melody. I don't think those are butt shots. And even if they was, that's not in the news. What is in the news is your nigga running in the polls and shit. 170. Thank y'all. Okay, period. Okay, y'all. But listen, I gotta go, okay? I appreciate y'all stopping by and watching. Make sure you like the video on your way out. Please like, share, and subscribe. I want y'all to know that y'all have a purpose. Y'all are loved. And if nobody told you today, I love you, okay? And understand your purpose. Love yourself, because when you don't, you end up as a 55-year-old hoe with a half up, half down wig, with a man that is obviously cheating on her that she does not want to accept, and she's windmilling at everybody else except the niggas who hurt her the most. Let's not be like that. Let's love ourselves, okay? We don't want that. I wouldn't want that for y'all. All right? Okay. So I wish you guys a beautiful, beautiful rest of y'all night, and I plan on doing the same. Okay, y'all? Peace. Bye.